I would like to call to order the Board of Education meeting for August 12th, 2025. Are there any speakers related to closed session topics? Thank you. Seeing none, the board will now convene to closed session. Apologies for the delay in starting our meeting. We have some new technology and you know how that can go. The board will now convene open session and report out from closed session. Open session of the Board of Education meeting is live on YouTube. Visit the NHUSD Board of Education webpage for the link. If you're attending online via Zoom, use the raise hand feature to indicate you wish to provide public comment. Phone participants should press *9 to be added to the queue and wait to be called on. Community members may submit public comments to the board via email at publiccomment@nhusd.k12.ca.us before each meeting. The board received 4 public comments via email for tonight's meeting. I would like to remind the public that the board will not be responding to questions posed by those making public comments. Relative to closed session items 3A through 3C, the board took no action. Vice President Rafe will now lead the procedural items.
Thanks, President Kumar. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance. May I have the roll call, please?
Here.
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 Here. Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Thank you. And may I have a motion and second to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Uh,
Can you say B Gonzalez and M Gonzalez? Or?
oh, she's going this way. Here.
Here.
Here. Aye.
Aye. Here.
Aye. Land acknowledgement. The land acknowledgement we want to open up this meeting by acknowledging with respect and love that the land we are on today is the traditional ancestral homeland of Ohlone Chochenyo First People. We recognize and thank the Ohlone people as the original stewards of this land. Indigenous people must not be spoken about in past contexts as if they left on their own accord, when the real causes were white supremacy, manifest destiny, and U.S. colonization. By recognizing we stand on the occupied indigenous territory of Ohlone people, we recommit ourselves to listening to Native leadership and stand in solidarity with people struggling against systems of oppression throughout the world, past and present. Now I'll hand it over to President Kumar.
Thank you, Vice President Rafe. We're going to move on to item 6.1. Are there any blue cards for topics that are not on the agenda?
Yes, we have quite a few, and we'll start with Allison Kelly.
Hi, my name's Allison Kelly, and I'm here to speak about possible upgrades to the deteriorating pool at the Dan Swim Complex. I graduated from Logan in 2022, and I attend Cal Poly SLO now, but I'm a resident and voter here in Union City. I've lived here all my life, and I learned to swim at the Logan Pool and was later a swim instructor and lifeguard there. And I was also Athlete of the Year and Co-Scholar Athlete of the Year at Logan, largely due to my water polo team, which was very successful. We went to the North Coast section playoffs every year, and we came in second place in 2019. So the Logan Pool has served me all my life. So that's when I heard that there was an algae outbreak this summer and that this pool had to be shut down, and Union City Leisure Services and Logan athletic camps had to be shut down as well. I wanted to come here and raise this issue. And the pool systems that, like the water heater and the water pump failing, are not a isolated coincidence as I experienced at Logan. Logan had never hosted a NCS game before, but we were supposed to when I was a senior. And the morning of the game, the pool heater went out and the game had to be moved to Mission San Jose, which I was very grateful that they hosted us. But what I would have loved to have a game at Logan and win a quarterfinal NCS game. So I voted yes on Measure N last fall because I wanted to see upgrades come to this school and Logan High School. I knew it in high school, but it's become more clear ever since that I grew up so privileged in this community and in this school district that gave me and so many others opportunities and resources for success. So I know the pool hasn't had any significant upgrades in the last 30 years, and if repairs don't happen now, it likely will be another 30 years before they can. And I know the pool is worth upgrading, and I've seen it various lenses how the pool is a community hub, and I know that if we give this community the pool they deserve, it'll be used. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly.
Next is Gilbert Mendoza.
Hi, good evening. My name is Gilbert Mendoza. I'm here. I'd just like to thank the board to listen to this opportunity giving to address the board to rename the Little League fields / softball fields after my dad, Basilio Basso Mendoza. He's been coaching in Union City since 1954, before the city of Union City was incorporated. He was the coach at OLR, which was probably our first Little League team, not official Little League team, but it was a youth baseball team that played in all South County. He started there. He went through Union City National Little League, and anybody that has followed Union City National Little League knows all about my dad. He was very successful. Out of all the years that he coached, he had 34 league championships, 24 TOC championships, 18 All-Star District championships, 12 All-Star sectional championships, and he had been to the All-Star Divisional Championship finals 5 times. So he had been very successful. What I'm here for is I'm respectfully asking the board, New Haven board, to pass a resolution dedicating the Little League field as the Basilio Basso Mendoza field. Based on all his accomplishments, he has been touched the lives of thousands of kids in this community over all those years, over 50 years of coaching in this city. I'm also willing to meet with any representative from the school board or the school district to implement any signage, plaques, whatever. And myself and my mother would be the ones responsible for paying for that. So I'm not asking for any money. I'm just asking permission to rename the field the Basilio Basso Mendoza Field. So I know my time's up, and I want to thank you all. I had come in June to present this also. I don't know how to get it to the next stage. So I'll talk to Gina more about that later, but I thank you for your time. I thank you for your consideration, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mendoza.
All right, next up is Michael Gardner.
Hey everybody, Michael Gardner. I'm a teacher over at James Logan. This is my 12th year teaching, 11 at Logan. I am also NHTA's high school director and PAC treasurer. I'm going to be sharing a vision that I think you all agree with. I didn't bring my baby daughter with me this time, but my vision is when I retire, she'll be thinking about her career. And I hope that if she says that she wants to be a teacher, that I don't try to talk her out of it. And the way that that's going to happen is this is a bargaining year when you're discussing things that you're protecting the profession of teaching. I know you have a lot of things to navigate, but I just hope that you remember that this profession needs professionals, and that does cost money. So bargaining takes a long time, but I hope you'll share my vision that someday future parents and grandparents will tell their kids, you could be a teacher, that's a good job. But if it doesn't pay well, that won't happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner.
All right, next we have Samarth Madhu.
So my name is Samarth. I'm a third grader at Tom Kittyama Elementary here, and this year I won national champion in Mission Valley Track and Field. So one of the main reasons I won the national championship this year was because I got to practice on the grass, the turf, the track, which is all the possible surfaces that they could be using at Junior Olympics, and like that helped me a lot to win the Junior Olympics because the surface is one of the main things. Because if it's not a good surface, or if it's a surface I don't know of, I can't perform my best. If I could only perform my best if it was a surface I know of, or it was like a good surface that was steady. So I just wanted to also say thank you to giving us the facility for so many years.
Thank you, Samar.
Next, we have Vinod. Vinod? Oh, there.
Hi, my name is Vinod. I'm here to talk about our club Mission Valley. So first of all, a big thank you for letting us use your facilities. Having said that, I'm going to tell something about my daughter who has done quite a few activities like gymnastics and other things. But what I have seen is she has not enjoyed it as much as she's enjoying track and field. And she's formed a strong group of friends. And not only that, it builds the community next generation. And also a big thanks to our coach Webb. I can't say more about his dedication. We all went to nationals. Georgia, it was extremely hot, 110 plus for 5 days, every single day. Coach Webb was there at 5 o'clock in the morning till 11:30. He was the first one to go and last one to come back. And he looked at each individual athlete and looked and gave them a personal feedback on how they can improve, what they can do. This helped my daughter quite a bit and all the kids here. So my daughter got All-American in race walk. So again, like I'm looking forward to continue this, and thanks for your support.
Thanks, Mr. Vinod.
All right, next is Pavai. And Pavai, oh, there, she's not here.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving the opportunity for James Logan Track, for Mission Valley Track and Field. My name is Pave. I am 9 years old. I joined Mission Valley Track and Field 2 years ago with the interest in running, but I didn't practice a lot, or I didn't go any races, meets. This year, in nationals, I did the 1500 meters race walk. I got second place, and then the 1500 meter running, I got in 1500 meter running, and in the 4x400, I got top 10. And Coach Webb did not just focus for running. He also focused to be confident, to be thankful, to be respectful, and he focused in our behaviors too. Coach Webb also gave us the opportunity to meet Olympians, and he also gave us the opportunity to meet his old students. And they taught us to do education and work hard work a lot. And he even gave me with my interest in singing, he even gave me the honor to sing the national anthem in one of the regional events. Please continue Please continue supporting us. It will help Coach Webb and our team. Thank you.
Thank you, Polly.
All right, next is Abtar. Mr. Hire.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, board members, president, and all staff members. My name is Avtar Hire, and I have 3 grandsons. We started to coming to Mission Valley Track and Field about 5 years ago when they were 5, 6, and 7 year old. And today they are 10, 11, and 12. And 2 out of those 3, they participated in Junior Olympics this year and became All-Americans. And it happened because we had the facility to use. And we thank you, all of you, that you are allowing us to use the facility. And we also thank you to our coach, Lee Webb. And it would not happen without his dedication, his hard work, his training to all our coaches and athletes. And the achievements this year in Junior Olympic from Mission Valley Track and Field, there are 86 kids participated. RO 86 in USATF, 2 of them national champions, 4 of them runners up, 25 of them All-Americans, and many of them like top 10 and excellent performances. And it happened because James Logan's track and field facility, and we would appreciate that. Thank you very much, and would like to be here many more years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hire.
Next is Servian Reddy.
Hi, good evening. My name is Trajan. I'm here to represent track and field and Mission Valley Track and Field. And I want to thank the board and the Union City and James Logan and for providing us the faculty and for all our kids. So my son, he's coming to the track and field, James Logan Track and Field from past 2 years. So I see tremendous change in his behavior, like in the positive side of it, not the negative side of it, by coming and having the training. And he's like, the coach is putting him to the discipline and he's learning and behavioral and self-confidence and everything. So I request the board to provide the legacy status back to the Mission Valley Track and Field. And thanks for all the support. And thanks, coach.
Thank you, Mr. Reddy.
Next is Mazumati Jayakumar.
Hi everyone, this is Magir Madi, an athlete of Mission Valley Track and Field Club for 3 years. Thank you all for providing the amazing James Logan Track and Field facility. It was such kind of NHUSD to let us use this facility. First of all, if you all didn't lend us this track, I wouldn't have got 4th at nationals. Throughout the year, a winner and a regional champion. And as my teammates run, jump, walk, and throw, they find James Logan as a perfect place to do that. And I had a lot of good memories here in James Logan. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Magumati.
Next is Kevin Jayakumar.
Hi, my name is Kaveen Jayakumar. And I wanted to start by thanking the New Haven Unified School District for letting Mission Valley Track and Field use the James Logan Track and Field facility to practice. I've been running and throwing here for 3 seasons, and to me, this isn't just a track. It's where we learn teamwork, discipline and confidence. It's where we set big goals and where we will find out that hard work really pays off. This past season, I ran the 4x8 relay in the 11-12 age group. My team qualified first in the region, and I earned All-American honors at the Junior Olympics in 2025 in Savannah, Georgia. Opportunities like this happens because we have place to train and improve. I hope we can keep this track for many seasons so more kids like me can run, jump, throw, and reach their goals. Thank you.
Thanks, Kaveen.
The next is Hasini Ashwin.
Hi, my name is Hasani and I'm 9 years old and I've been in Mission Valley for 1 year. This is my first track season, and I would first of all like to say thank you for letting us use the shot put, long jump, turf, the hurdles, and the track, because without those we wouldn't practice and we would have qualified to Junior Olympics. And I would also like to say thank you to Coach Webb, because without him we wouldn't have this amazing and wonderful and intelligent track club. So and thank you for letting us use James Logan.
Thank you, Hasini.
Next is Lee Webb.
All right, we're here to say thanks. So that's the main thing, as you can tell. And working with these students, as you can tell, it's pretty easy. They were dedicated, good students, good athletes. They do a great job. I just want to cover some of the things that we did during the year. It was from last year, or the last time we were here. The cross-country group won almost national champions. Then we went to the Christmas giving. We gave out to 300 families in Union City, whatever we could find to give out, and Christmas trees to 50 families working with the tree lot. We helped support the fun run for Union City with almost probably about half of the runners. We hosted a couple meets. This team was the top team in the whole region, which is equivalent to probably a state championship in high school. I just got back from a golf tournament that I sponsor for my parents through the club in Ontario, Oregon, where we do a mini clinic with some Olympians. Stacy Dragila, the first Olympic gold medalist in the pole vault. I just went by my high school. We started a Hall of Fame there through the club. So we've done many things through the club and not only the track and field part outside the community. So overall, we had 2 national meets we went to. There was 4 national champions. There was 4 runner-ups, 35 All-Americans, more than any team in the whole country. So, I mean, we're grateful that we have the opportunity to come to the facility. For me, it's a lot easier since I know where everything is, and it makes it trying to go somewhere else. But like I said, we really appreciate it. The kids like it. So, and they're growing and growing. So there's going to be more and more people. So access to all the facilities is the first big thing and important thing. And we need to be the best we can be. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach Webb.
Next is Kunal Wado.
I don't think I can get used to this. So good evening, board members. Good evening, Shruti. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. And I'm a part of Mission Valley Track and Field. So I'm here to thank you all for the facility, for the wonderful opportunity that our kids get. And one thing which I wanted to emphasize, apart from everything that our team has been saying, is my daughter is 4 years old. When I was looking for a club that could, where she could take part and start running, I didn't find any. There's no other club which really helps young kids as early as 3 or 4 years. If I had to pay for some facility and ask her or join her, I would have waited a couple of years. I would have felt that she's too young and I wouldn't have been able to do. But because of your help, where we get the legacy status and Coach Webb is able to give it free of cost for all of us. We were able to utilize it, and she was able to take part in many competitions, and she even did good. She is pretty close where she can go to nationals, but age limit is what is restricting her, which I'm happy, because age restricting her is better than she not being able to move. So that is something which I really want to thank you all for. And I request if we can have the legacy status. It is a huge benefit for us. I cannot say how big of a benefit or a blessing that is for us. And also, our club is working on Paralympics, even for the New Haven Fun Run. I'm really grateful where you all had a separate run for the Paralympics. That's not common. And Coach Webb has been working really hard to get that incorporated in all the Junior Olympics and everywhere we can, because it's a platform which is not easily accessible for all our special kids. So that's one more thing which I wanted to emphasize, which we have been working on. And thanks again for the facility. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mr. Wadhwa.
All right, next is Raya Wadwa.
Once. Hi, everybody. My name is Ria. I am 7 years old. Thank you for letting us use the track. I really like to be there. Thank you for the facility. I worked hard and I was the first 7-year-old in the nationals in the 1500 meters run in USATF. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ria.
Next is Avik or Avik.
Hi, my name is Avik. I am 7 years old. Thank you for letting us use the facility. Please let us use the facility again. So can we use the facility? And I want to get national champion. It helps me do better steps that makes me do better.
Thank you, Avik.
Next up, Anthony Torres.
Hi, my name is Anthony Torres. I am 14 years old. I am an athlete here at Mission Valley Track and Field. I'm also an alumni from Tom Kadial Elementary and Cedar Chavez Middle School. I want to give thanks to the New Haven Unified School District for providing a safe place for our team to practice. Some of the equipment which we are able to use is hard to find, including a pole pit and a full grass field that can be hard to find sometimes. And that is why I am thankful. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
Next is Barath.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I am Bharat. I am a parent of a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old who goes to Mission Valley. So I want to express my gratitude by saying thank you to the board members and New Haven Unified School Districts for providing the facilities for the Mission Valley Track and Field Club. So for my son, right, so he's, like all these kids, he is also qualified for 3 events in the Junior Olympics. And what made the difference is, right, so he's not only learning how to be an athlete, there is a life skill he is also learning along with this journey. He knows how to be a part of a team and how to set each goals and how he can achieve. And also it's not only about winning, right? So winning and losing are also part of the sports. So he knows how to handle the failure as well and how to be humble while winning as well. So those are all really important skills the club teaches apart from the sports. And also it provides the parents the opportunities to volunteer in a social cause and build up a community and where they can be part of nurturing and young talents. So I would like to thank the board members and also request you to support the club by providing the facilities for the next season, where the next generation and the young minds can focus their energy and channelize their energy in a healthy activity rather than going into a social media and having more screen time and going into a depression mode. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat.
Next is Sanjana Gopinath.
Good evening, everybody. I'm here as a parent of a 4-year-old kid and a supporter for our Mission Valley track and field. I am proud that my 4-year-old is part of this club. Coach Webb has been running this program. This is more than just athletic training. It's like a character building. You know, students learn discipline, they learn teamwork, they learn to set goals. So apart from, you know, athletic, it helps kids to develop all these, which is important. How Coach Webb has contributed equally has the facility contributed to all these kids' success. So we really thank for providing us the facility, and we want to be thankful in the future as well. For for the facility, because that's and as I said, that's another key thing for the success of the students, because they have been practicing every day. It has helped a lot in these kids. So we are really grateful and thankful for providing us, and we hope we'll get to practice in future as well. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Gopinath.
Next is Anna Kampa.
Good evening. First, thank you for your time, and thank you for the use of the facilities. One of the things that hasn't been touched on is that, you know, yeah, our kids are getting the best and we don't have to pay. When the time comes that we have to pay, there won't be a club, because Webb's not going to go anywhere where we have to pay. So that's one thing to consider. The other thing to consider is that besides all that the kids learn about teamwork, ethics, empathy, they also learn about how to take care of the facilities. We leave the facility better than when we arrive. You know, we're the ones that clean up after the other teams, because 9 times out of 10, we're still there, you know? So, and our kids are learning that. They're learning how to take care of the equipment. They're learning how to take care of the facilities. You know, the other thing to consider is that I'm an alumni from Logan, graduated in '87, grew up playing rec ball from 4 years old. I played soccer. Four-letter words were always used. We're out there now, we hear the other coaches with their other teams, 4-letter are used all the time. You don't hear that from Webb. You don't hear that from any of our parents. You know what I mean? He's never even raised his voice at times where you would think, oh my God, I would raise my voice if it were me. You know, so it's not just, you know, everything that our kids are learning. It's all the other things that, you know, Coach Webb is providing. So please consider that as you continue to allow us to use the facilities. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Campo.
Next is Virginia Torres.
Hi, my name is Virginia Torres. I want to thank New Haven for offering James Logan to our kids. As a parent, I enjoy taking pictures. I enjoy watching the kids every season grow, not only in certain sports that they currently do, but also inspire them to try other parts that they might not feel comfortable in. Just like some of these kids, they went from running, jumping, to actually doing the fast walk. You know, now we have quite a bit of kids that are experiencing other areas that they didn't think they were or were comfortable trying. As far as us, we can express how thankful we are to you guys to Coach Webb for providing all the opportunities for these kids, especially the equipment. We don't have it, or we hear from other coaches that they don't provide the equipment that Coach Webb does for free. All the equipment that other teams don't offer, our kids get to use. Just like you guys providing the area where we can pole vault, where we can jump, where we can do all this amazing stuff. So thank you guys for the legacy. I wasn't here to talk then, but we really appreciate it. We hope to keep it going. And I hope to experience the growth in these kids as I keep taking pictures. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Torres.
And finally, Anthony Torres. Oh, you already went. Okay, hey, then we're done.
Students, I just want to say it takes a lot of courage to come up here and talk, so great job.
Agreed.
Yay. Do we have any speakers on Zoom who wish to address the board on topics not on the agenda? Thank you. All right. Are there any blue cards for topics on the agenda?
No blue cards.
All right, and none on Zoom as well? Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to item 8, reports from our labor partners. Do we have the CSEA president? Don't see her. Do we have the NHTA president?
Hello, board, elected officials, and student representatives, Dr. Thompson and his team, and the community. Hello, thank you for coming out for the board meeting. My name is Shane Henderson. I'm the new NHTA president, and this is my report. First, I just want to say it's been nice to get to know everybody a little bit. I've been working with everybody here and there a little bit. I've had meetings with 3 of the board members so far. I look forward to meeting 2 more of the board members at some point and sitting down with them. It's the beginning of the year. We're all kind of getting acclimated. It's different for me. I was a teacher at James Logan for 21 years. This is my 22nd year in the district, and I'm trying to, wrap my head around this new role. But it's really nice to have a board that I feel comfortable with, management that I feel comfortable with, having conversations with, being open to you guys. The board feels very representative of the community. To me, it's been nice having conversations. We have board members that were employees in the district. We have board members that grew up in the area. I've had 2 of the board members' students come through my classroom doors. We have, rock star community members on the board. We have, it's just really nice to have a diverse mix of people and personalities, and I look forward to working together. As far as the report, the only thing I really have to report right now is that we are working toward our 2nd professional development day. Stevens and I have sat down and worked on that. We're getting the NHTA team together, and we are working toward making that as hopefully as good or even better than the last one. The last one went really well, and we're hoping to make this one just as nice. It is going to be a bargaining year, so I hope that we can continue to work together and get along and be nice and get the job done that we need to do. But I do look forward to working with all of you, and thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you. My son is a huge fan, Mr. Henderson. All right, let's move on to item 9. We have a presentation by the MVROP Superintendent Hansen.
Not to be confused with the other Mission Valley attendees this evening. Good evening, Superintendent Thompson, board and staff. My name is Tom Hansen. I'm the superintendent of Mission Valley ROP. We are a partner with 3 districts, New Haven, Newark, and Fremont, providing career technical education services to a few thousand students. So Dr. Cliff Adamshart, he's the director of Ed Resources at the center. He's going to talk a little bit about specific New Haven numbers, different types of participation and certifications and that sort of thing. I just want to there we are. We've had a chance to rewrite the mission statement a couple of times. We go through WASC, WASC evaluation and different certifications, just like every other school. And we've gotten to this a couple of times and haven't changed it because we think it does very well to describe what we do. We provide relevant career technical education by providing students with employment and college preparing students for employment in college through industry standard tools, training, and experience. Really, what we're all about is to run courses in career industry sectors that prepare students for a professional experience, which can and often does help them get into post-secondary education, educational programs. So we run courses, 58 courses, course types. Cliff told me that it's probably 130 something sections across seven comprehensive sites and 3 continuation schools, but it's really basically 58, 59 individual course types across these 10 sectors. Advanced manufacturing is our newest, I think, with the joinery and welding program that was revitalized a few years ago. We've had lots of art, media, entertainment in every school for many, many years. Building, construction, trades, engineering is at the center. Education and child development, family services is at the center. Finance, business, marketing, sales is at many, many schools. Health science and medical technology is at the center for most of it, and at Logan for sure, and a little bit at another comp site in Fremont. Hospitality, tourism, and recreation. Mostly what we're talking about there is culinary arts and hospitality training, which probably our real showpiece is the Logan Kitchen. Information and communication technologies is becoming stronger. Public services we do at the center, both in fire and homeland security and emergency medical responder, and of course, transportation. We do that at Logan. We have a shop at Washington High. We have 3 different programs at the center. So this pretty simple pie chart is a funding split that we've been following for well over 15 years. This reaches way back into the apportionment days before the LCFF was born under previous Governor Brown. 65% of our funding at the time when we entered into LCFF was provided by Fremont. New Haven provided 20%, and Newark Unified provided 15%. So when you get a chance to see a line item in a budget, considering all of the things that are in your budget, that number that you see attributed to New Haven is 20%, representing 20% of our enrollment and 20% of our expenditures. What has changed in a dozen or 13 years is this chart here. The 65, 20, 15 that we just looked at represents about 50% of our budget year. This is what's changed since LCFF was implemented. 50% of what we budget and expend each year comes from matching dollar grant programs that are available from the state of California. So that comes in the form of the K-12 component of Strong Workforce, which we apply for on your behalf, and the Career Technical Education Incentive Grant, which we apply for on your behalf. So the number that you see in your budget every June is in the 50% of local, but there's another 20% that's represented by matching dollars that's coming from Sacramento. So it's not quite as easy to predict exactly what those dollar values are. We have been very fortunate in the past 6-7 years. We have not come back to JPA partners and said, and had COLA discussions. We were kind of giggling this morning at the center because our transportation fees keep going up with our agreement with Fremont. But we've been fortunate enough in our matching fund applications to not have that really be too much of a fiscal impact and a budgetary concern. So we've been fortunate lately. This is a good time for career technical education programs in the state of California. The Sacramento is very interested in continuing to support CTE programs. This is when I'm going to invite Dr. Adamshart to talk about New Haven populations just a little bit.
Specifically, but first I just want to thank New Haven Unified School District and the board, especially for your administration at James Logan High School. They're easy to work with, they're accommodating, we work well with them. I appreciate Principal Polk and Assistant Principal Eckbert and the support they give us in our communication and helping us with the enrollment that we have with your students. Just want to kind of go over some numbers, and anytime you want to ask questions, please do so. 20% of the allocation for the funding comes from New Haven. So that means we allocate 20% of the enrollment seats. We had just over 4,100 and I think 6 by the end of the year, last year, students at Mission Valley ROP, and that's between the 3 districts. 916 of them, so just over 23% or so were from New Haven Unified School District. Of that, 102 or so attended classes at our center in Fremont. Now, those are the classes that we have a hard time duplicating at different high schools for expense reasons. But then you had about 814 students were actually housed with our instructors and instructors that we help pay for at James Logan High School. That's done mainly because we know that the transportation is an issue, trying to get all students to our center. So we try to replicate some of those programs that we have there at your high school so the students can stay at their school and enjoy those programs and those benefits of that. One of the things we pride ourselves on is our industry connections. Each one of our programs has an industry advisory committee. It's a state mandated for CTE programs to do so. These advisory committees offer a lot to us. They help us arrange field trips, provide internships, provide speakers. They give us direction and input on curriculum, so our teachers and our programs can stay up to date with what's happening in the industry right there and right now. So we appreciate that. We have over 400 advisors in our programs to help us keep them up to date. Another statistic I want to share with you that's specific to New Haven. So 780 New Haven Unified School Districts received certificates of completion. Now, these are completion certificates offered by our industries, our programs, who they can take that certificate to a job and go say, look, these are the skills that I've attained in this program, and they're recognized by businesses as industry partners. 517 industry level certificates, certifications were offered. Example would be like food handler safety card that you need to work in the hospitality. American Heart Association, BLS CPR, things like that these students earned. So that was great. 8,654 internship hours were completed by New Haven students. So these are students that are actually working in industry, working in clinics, hospitals, working with the public, working in hospitality arenas, things like that. So they actually go out and be able to put that time in, and we collect those hours and data for you. And then 79 students actually completed those internships and received those hours. The other thing we work really hard on is making sure that most of our classes, is about 85% of our classes, are articulated with community colleges and or A to G approved. So last year, just trying to keep up with the slides here, 1,039 college credits were earned by New Haven Unified School District high schoolers. And then 51 U-Street credit courses. Out of that, 727 students earned A to G credits through our programs. we're extremely proud to be able to have New Haven with us. We're excited. The students are wonderful. The teachers that are here on your campus are great, and we're happy for that and happy for them. So thank you for allowing us to be here to share some of this data with you. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes, I was a graduate of ROP, Automotive Technology.
Mr. Larry Tejero.
Larry Tejero. Yeah. And the skill set, I still continue, try to do as much as I can on my own. But I'm struggling right now. I don't know if it was a dream or was it real. I went up to Mr. Tejero and introduced myself, and he didn't recognize me. My question is he still alive?
He is.
Okay.
He still
works.
He still occasionally subs for us. Yeah, he still does. So he's still alive. I will tell him that you asked about him.
Any other questions? I look forward to your presentation every year. It's always great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up is item 10A, the Williams complaint report. Do we have anything?
Nothing to report.
Great. Item 10B, items from the board and superintendent. I'll start from the far end. So student trustee Gonzalez.
Hello? Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here for my first meeting. I am a little sick, so I'm very sorry about my voice. Yeah, we just had our very first day of school last Wednesday for James Logan. And as far as any events coming up, next week we plan to have our freshman campaign for our freshman class cabinet. Wow, I really do sound terrible. I'm so sorry about that. And yeah, the leadership team is about to prepare, working on Class Skit, which is an annual event that we have that plans to announce our class theme for each of the classes and our overarching theme. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Student trustee Kasi.
Hi, I'm happy to be here. I'm Nadia. I'm from Conley. And I did want to share that Conley has recently introduced a system called Conley DRIP. It stands for determination, respect, initiative, and respect. It's an efficient and creative way for teachers to encourage and reward students virtually through points. It represents a form of currency. These points can be used for merchandise, snacks, and they can go towards field trips as well. They can be earned through completing expected work, doing extra credit, and engaging in community service as well, extra community service. Conley DRIP encourages students to grow not only academically, but as humans as well, while offering incentives that resonate. This isn't something that's helped me as a Conley student. I'm a senior, and so I only have 3 classes, but I do have that extra free time, and so that time can go towards like me engaging in earning Conley DRIP, so I can go on field trips and just explore what I want to do post high school. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes, on the hottest day this summer, New Haven Unified School District had their first day of school. And my nephew went to school and came home bright red at the end of the day. His cute outfit and nice hair were soggy wet from the heat. It just, my heart goes out to the staff who showed up to work that day and the students who went to work. There needs to be a push for at least another week. The kids needed another week of summer. It's too early to start the school year. And so on that note, I'm starting my 20th year. This Thursday is our first day of school. I will be teaching 4-5 combo. I got 32 kids. I got one of the most challenging students. I'm already talking with the counselor and try to come up with a plan. I'm not too optimistic. The world is not right with the current administration. with the political theater. Especially what gets me is the ICE raids, I mean, that ramping up, as a Latino, as someone who lived almost 20 years in LA, and hearing from my friends that are there, and it breaks my heart, and, these kids got enough to worry about. They just want to be kids and come to school. I can only imagine if they're parents worried about their parents or themselves. Yeah, so this is the most challenging time in public education history, with the dismantling of the Department of Education. And I don't want to sound like an old man, but like social media going on, the short attention span, cyberbullying, just too much time on the screen. If the Wi-Fi goes out in the classroom might shut down. What are they going to do? We're not equipped for it. The best thing I can do as a classroom teacher, as a board member, is give real-time experience. So I'm living in real time some of these and have my input. And I'm very proud of this district that I serve. I know it's the best in NorCal, and I know we're reflective of the times. We're not trying to move too fast, and my input is valid. Another thing that is going on is student trustee Gonzalez mentioned sickness out there. My family, my youngest son, he just turned half a year, but last week he caught COVID. And another round of COVID is going around. Can't believe in August. Just another challenge for us to handle. So in conclusion, I'm very proud to be part of this district, and I'm praying for the best for us, and we got a good team. So that's it.
Thank you. Trustee Irby?
A long list. Trustee Sharma and I, on July 2nd, attended the summer school graduation at James Logan High School at the PAC Center. It was fantastic. It was great to see our students come out in the summertime and finish and receive their diplomas. I'd like to thank, our operations team. On July 19th, a parent was driving by me and saw me and actually yelled at me and said, "What the hell's going on with the pool? And why is it, green and funky?" along those lines. And, I made the call to the superintendent. And 24 hours later, people were on it. And actually, I started receiving calls from council members about what was going on at the pool, because all their leisure services families were not contacted, unfortunately, by the city. They were contacted by, basically our employees, New Haven employees. And so I thank the team for getting out there and taking care of our families and our community. July 23rd, I attended the leadership advance with district leadership, and it was great to see a lot of the new administrators and people who are, the new administrators being brought up out of the certificated ranks. And so that was lots of fun and exciting. It's my first advance in maybe 7 or 8 years. So it was a nice place to visit with our district administrators. 2 other things I'd like to, there are 2 celebrations of life. We've heard that Sandra Bestreppen has passed, longtime teacher at IVC, Alvarado Middle School. My son's wrestling coach. His Celebration of Life will be at the Shannon Community Center in Dublin, Sunday, August 17th, from 5 to 8 p.m. And then most recently, and sometimes we forget about our evening custodians, who, who are out there after 3:30, doing the things that we want done. And sometimes we complain about all those fun things. But Saruj Lal, who retired, I think 3 or 4 years ago, but he recently passed, and a very good friend, his celebration of life will be tomorrow, 9 to 12. And lastly, I'd like to recognize a teacher, our director of speech and debate, who on June 19th had 25 students in his care, along with chaperones and parents who are out there, and Tommy Lindsay, attending the national tournament for speech and debate. And again, New Haven, James Logan High School came back with the 27th year of School of Excellence. Forget this, public schools. We are competing against private schools that have private money, and this public school, James Logan High School, was recognized again for the 27th straight year, a national championship, and of all, a national recognition of excellence. Besides that, unfortunately on the 19th, they didn't know it at the time, but a person wandered onto the stage, and all the worst things that could possibly happen happened. Someone said something, everybody heard it. Imagine 3,000 people running out of a convention center and doing all the worst things you could think of, throwing chairs, the whole screaming, knocking people over. Justin Corrupt, after making sure Tommy Lindsay got out of the building, actually went back to pick up another coach who was disabled and was crawling up an aisle to get out of the building that everybody rushed out of. And Justin Corrupt picked up this individual. I think she was like 85 plus years old, a coach at Lynbrook High School in San Jose, picked up this person and carried her out. And then dealt with the parents of 25 students and finding kids that were scattered blocks away. I just want to commend Justin Corrupt. He did an amazing job. Our students, and most of them have graduated. We have a few seniors that are still at Logan. Our students did a great job of debriefing. They followed the training that James Logan High School gives to all our students about these difficult situations. And they did a fantastic job. Yes, there were some bumps and bruises, but our families, our kids, and Justin Corrupt did an amazing job. And just to have the courage to go back when you don't know, I was amazed when I heard about it. And then again, it was my 25th year at the fireworks booth at Walmart for the forensics team, and hearing about it from students, it was just really a harrowing story to hear. And so that's it for me.
Thank you. Trustee Freeberg?
So it has been a busy 2 weeks with school starting and board business ramping up. I did want to share my disappointment that in the past month, that proper process was not followed, and the actions taken by Trustee Gonzalez, Superintendent Thompson, and GHS law firm put this board and our beloved district at risk. As board members and leaders of the school district, we should model integrity and accountability at all times. To that end, we had a special board meeting last night with trustees Kumar, Rafe, Irby, and myself in attendance. I would like to share what was unanimously decided. we decided that the private and personal legal expenses of an individual board member will not be covered by the school district. The board is also directing the superintendent and the CBO not to pay for personal liability or personal legal expenses and to share the itemized invoices from GHS law from July 1st, 2025 through August 11th, 2025 with the board. Furthermore, board members and senior administrators are reminded that board policy 9124 governs the district access to legal services and must be followed. I sincerely hope that we can move past this and continue to focus on what's most important, our students.
Thank you, Vice President Rafe.
I don't have much to share. Thank you.
Thank you. So first off, I'd like to welcome our student trustees. As high schoolers, you have so much on your plate and there are so many things you can do, but you choose to be here. You choose to spend your Tuesday evening serving as student voices on the board, and we really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you. I attended the all-staff kickoff event at Logan. It was fantastic. It was great to see our teachers. I see a few of them here. I loved the whole celebration of the years of service. So great job organizing that. It was really nice. What else? I also was present at the New Haven booth at National Night Outs. It was really nice hanging out with all our New Haven people and meeting community members. So that was really nice. It's really nice to see the kids back at school. It's nice to see them walk around and get on the buses. And my kids are back to school as well last week. They had a great first week. So again, thank you, New Haven teachers. What else? Yes, one of the public comments asked for an update about the IVC track. And I was just hoping, Dr. Thompson, if you could please talk about it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I have a few updates as well. I'll try to keep them short, but welcoming our new folks to in the room, and that would be our 2 student board members. Our new assistant superintendent, Kevin Franklin's his first board meeting. I'm going to do this. I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but if board members, if you'd like to schedule a time to get to know Kevin, I'm going to say go ahead and do it. So, and then we have Camila Green filling in for Derek tonight, doing a great job with the roll calls and everything else. So thank you for that. A bunch of things. I'll start with construction. Pool, we're looking at options. The pool's functional now. It will be through water polo season, but we know we have long-term, we have short-term and long-term needs. All options are on the table, and we're looking at options. Field, some good news, and then some just kind of not great news. CCMS, the good news is we're selecting a contractor to begin construction on the track and field project at Chavez, and that could get underway as soon as the contract gets approved. IVCMS, we are still mired in the approval process with the Division of State Architect, Cal OSHA, and we're hopeful that maybe by the end of September, at least one phase of that will be done, but I do not have a timeline on that right now. It's like I shared before, the solar panels that the city put on our property have really hung that process up. Anyway, that's that update. Some really good news. UC Davis is honoring 2 of our employees, Brittany Casey with the Excellence in Service Award and Stella Castillo, the principal, for the Administrator of the Year Award for the work they've done bringing our coding and robotics program together there. They're really setting the kind of the model for what is being expected across the state. So that was great news. And then lastly, enrollment. That's always the big question. Day 5, we're still doing drops and ads and balancing and calling people. And we're down from our projection, but we're very close to where we were last year in terms of what we would expect. So if that still holds true, we ended up growing last year when it was all said and done, and we're more or less on track for that. The only trend we've seen this year that is different is we always have students that notify us when they're leaving, that they're leaving. Some of them leave the country. We have 3 times as many students who have moved out of the area and out of the country. And I don't know if that has to do with immigration enforcement. I suspect it does. So that's been a trend that's unfortunate and a little disturbing. But so far, we're cautiously optimistic we're on track. And that is my report.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Thompson. We're going to move on to item 11, committee reports. We'll begin with the Finance, Technology, and Facilities Committee. Trustees Irby and Gonzalez.
Yes, September 2nd is our next meeting there. Hopefully somebody can reach out to Mr. Mendoza to invite him to that meeting. We agreed that he will be sent to that committee to present.
Thank you. Next is the Communication and Advocacy Committee. There is nothing new to report. The next meeting date is September 11th, 2025 at 4 p.m. Next up is Policy Review Committee. Again, nothing new to report. The next meeting date is September 2nd, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. And Trustee Rafay and I will be there. Any other committee reports? Trustee Rafay?
MVROP next meeting is scheduled for September 11th at 3:30, and the New Haven Schools Foundation is on August 18th at 5 p.m. and Mudstrut is scheduled for September 20th. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Rafay. All right, we're going to move on to action items. We'll start with item 12A. May I have a motion and second to approve the readmission of student number 1?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Moving on to item 12B, may I have a motion and second to expel student number 2?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Item 12C, may I have a volunteer to read resolution number 001-2526, designating September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month?
So moved.
Oh, I need a volunteer to read the resolution.
I can read it.
All right, Vice President Rafay.
Which item is that? This one? Got it. Whereas the New Haven Unified School District is honored to join the nation in recognizing September 15 to October 15 as Latinx Heritage Month, and whereas Latinx Heritage Month is a timely acknowledge and unwavering spirit, contributions, and traditions to our society from Latinx individuals throughout Mesoamerica and those whose ancestors hail from Mexico, the Caribbean, Spain, and Central and South America. And whereas the district acknowledges the evolving and varied terminology used by individuals within this community, such as Chicanx, Hispanic, Raza, Latinx, and Latinx, to name a few, and supports each person's right to express and celebrate their identity. And whereas the anniversaries of many independence and liberation movements throughout Mesoamerica, Latin America, and Caribbean islands occurs during this period, and whereas the historical contributions of Latinx Americans have significantly impacted our nation, as exemplified by Roberto Alvarez groundbreaking case, which was the first successful school desegregation case in American history. And whereas throughout the year we honor the contributions of Latinx Americans in our history, such as civil rights trailblazers Cesar Chavez and Dolores Clara Fernandez Huerta, and whereas the Latinx individuals are an integral part of our community, comprising 40% of California's population, 20.3% of Union City's population, and 37% of New Haven Unified School District student body. And whereas the New Haven Unified School District, in its continued effort to honor National Hispanic Heritage Month and to enhance equity and diversity, remains dedicated to providing resources and programming for Spanish-speaking communities. And whereas students of Latinx heritage are deservedly proud of their rich and diverse cultural heritage, which includes histories, cultures, and contributions that will increasingly impact the social and economic life of our community and the state of California. And whereas the student Latin heritage deservedly proud of their rich and diverse cultural heritage, which includes histories, cultures, and contributions that will increasingly impact the social and economic life of our community and state of California. And whereas it is important that the history curriculum in our schools at every grade level reflects the experiences of people of different racial, religious, and ethnic groups so that each student has an opportunity to understand the common humanity of all people. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the New Haven Unified School District will officially commemorate Latinx Heritage Month with appropriate instructional activities that celebrate the contributions of Latinx people in our community and our nation. Passed and adopted by the following called vote on 12th day of August 2025.
Thank you, Vice President Rafael. May I have a motion and second to adopt resolution number 001-2526, designating September 15th through October 15th, 2025 as Latinx Hispanic Heritage Month?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Item 12D, may I have a motion and second to approve the consulting agreement with 3D Strategies Incorporated?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Item 12E, may I have a motion and second to approve a new course at James Logan High School, flag football, beginning fall 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Item 12F, may I have a motion and second to approve the purchase of Elevation Platform by Curriculum Associates LLC 2025-26?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, we're moving on to item 13. Are there any items from the consent agenda that any board members would like to pull for a separate vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I see
I'm
two.
sorry.
Trustee Irby?
Go ahead.
It's 13S, I believe.
13S. 13S, all right. And Trustee Freeberg?
Same one. I misspoke.
Oh, okay, same one, okay. All right, so then, okay. May I have a motion and second to approve items 13A through 13R and 13T through 13AM?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Abstentions? Motion carries. Item 14, so since we had an item that's pulled out from the agenda, I'm gonna do a separate vote for that one. So let me just find that one. All right. May I have a motion and second to approve the extension of legal services agreement with Garcia Hernandez Sani LLP for fiscal year 2025-26?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead, Trustee Irby.
The reason why I asked for this consent item to be removed from consent was just to remind that we have a longstanding relationship with this firm, that we're human beings, we make mistakes, but we as a governance body need to recognize these things and then adjust accordingly. I believe we could move forward, but again, having this conversation and making everyone aware, the public aware, and the particular firm aware that, we need to follow what we have written in black and white in our policy and our procedures. And I expect nothing but the best from them moving forward.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. Trustee Freeberg?
Yeah, I was thinking about this today, and if there was a person, I would say yes to giving them a second chance. But I really think we need to focus on the district and not risk any more liability.
Thank you, Trustee Freeberg. Does anyone else have any comments? I would like to add that I also have some concerns about a recent action that this firm took that put our board and our district at risk. I think at this point, I'm going to ask for a roll call vote. This would just be not the student trustees.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. 3-2, so motion carries. All right, we're going to move on to item 15, assessment of governance procedures and protocols. Does anyone have any comments related to this item? Trustee Gonzalez?
I do. And it's just a statement. I'm not here to debate, but for the report out for special meeting, I felt maybe more it was the board president to give that as opposed to the trustee. And that I was advised not to show up. I was never given the option at time 2 o'clock. I work at that time to show up there, and that memo is inaccurate. I never asked for funding. I'm not asking anything from the board. So for members to put their fingers when justice is trying to prevail just because folks want to see my demise off this board and is unfair. And that we have a longstanding rapport. They gave the basic inquiry. There was nothing. I have not been charged. It was just inquiring. It was the same. The irony is the same exact as Trustee Freeberg when she attacked Parnella or alleged. I don't know what it was, but still, you're provided legal counsel to inquire on such an item or an issue, and all I ask is let justice prevail, and I'm not asking for anything from anybody. Let the district attorney decide what is what. So that's it.
Does anyone else have anything for governance?
I believe it's a governance question. I guess it's directed to the superintendent. Again, it's my understanding, the early academic outreach program support at James Logan High School isn't happening again this year. I know that there's budgetary issues along the lines. I know I could ask a specific individual about the program and what it means and all that information, but it's really not that individual's place to give me that information. I'm hoping that either Principal Polk or Vice Principal Alicia, Ms. Eckberg, could provide that information about what was the program about, what was offered, if we lost the program, why was it lost, that type of information.
Yeah, I think that's not a governance item, but it probably falls under the next one, a consensus. And that just to give the quick answer is that's a site-based decision.
Right.
And
Exactly.
I'd have to look into Ron and find out about that more. We could, maybe we should talk about that, unless you want to bring it back under consensus. I can talk to you about that separate if you'd like. It's up to you. I don't, we're a little off track in terms
Yeah,
of.
yeah. If anything, well, yeah, if it's not governance, it should be under board member consensus. And then it's more of a, I'm looking for us to be educated on potential services that we lost for students and families.
Okay.
All right, anything else for governance? I do have one item, just as president of the board. This is about board policy 9124 regarding attorneys. I urge everyone to read this policy carefully. And secondly, there's a part of it that says that the board and the superintendent will annually evaluate the performance of the firm, and Superintendent Thompson brought it to my attention that this is not being done. So I would like for us to discuss this at the next governance session. All right, item 16, board consensus. Does anyone have any requests?
Just that survey about the particular program.
Okay, do we have consensus? Okay. Any other requests? All right, seeing no further business, this meeting is adjourned at 8:03 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.